I can't believe I'm making another video, but I wanted to show you this thing I found. So first of all, according to David, God made everything by wisdom. If you think about that, like he's making it without the logos, like he's making it with his own wisdom. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the next section where it says, "Who would not admit that it is impossible for a human being to trace out what is in the skies? Nevertheless, this impossibility has become a possibility by the boundless excellence of the grace of God." Like, because it says the heavens there, but that's like outer space. So, like, being able to map out the stars and stuff, like, and being able to travel the stars, because we did travel here from outer space. But I would never post another one unless I wanted to make manly Tatiana happy. Manly Tatiana. I like manly Tatiana, from whom I vow womanish things have vanished just as they did from Sarah. You are probably puzzled as to why, when my proposed subject is prayer, I speak in my preface of things impossible for human beings made possible by the grace of God. What is he talking about? I don't know. What do you think, Athena? So in the numbers section, like, it's definitely like a guide to like the levels that you should reach on your way to like enlightenment. Like if you're doing like stoicism, or like he's trying to, like, I don't know, he's trying to make the book of Numbers actually good. And one of the stages is called the Beehive of Temptations, but clearly it's edited. You can tell that because Lord himself, and I'm pretty sure they would have known something about beehives from Greek mythology. But I do like these two stages. So the sound of trumpet stage, trumpet is a sign of war. I don't even have to go look that up for you. I was just going to tell you that. Is the stage before made competent. Wow, because I'm going to be made competent. Because I'm an incompetent person. Remember, for some reason, no one thinks that I'm competent. This is from the numbers section. I don't know if I read it for you guys, but it says, "We have said that the time of starting places is a time of danger. How hard a temptation it is to pass through the midst of the sea, to see the waves rise piled up, to hear the noise and rumbling of the raging waters. But if you follow Moses, that is the law of God, the waters will become for you walls on the right and left, and you will find a path on dry ground in the midst of the sea." No, that's definitely from Numbers, because the Magdalene, it's one of the stages. Clearly, I wonder if like this is like an allegorical story, like if there are multiple meanings of it, because like he says right there, like, "Then when the souls think it is ready, it sets out from Succoth and camps at Buthon." Buthon means valley, so Succoth means from the tents. Now, we have said that the stages refer to the progress and the virtues, and a virtue is not acquired without training and hard work, nor is it tested as much in prosperity as in adversity. So the soul comes to a valley, for in valleys and in low places the struggle against the devil and the opposing powers takes place. Thus, in the valley of the battle must be fought. Then too Abraham fought against the barbarian king in the valley of Siddim, and there he gained the victory. Therefore, this wanderer of ours descends to those who are in deep and low places, not to linger there, but to gain the victory there. Yeah, I do feel like it's a prophetic text. Like, there's nothing I know more than Origen is like the prophet of the entire freaking Bible. So the big one that was switched out is this wilderness of sin, which sin apparently is Sina, which is like in Arabic it's Sina. It's Mount Sinai, but it's the Mount Sinai area, which is like the most desolate area ever. Like, you will die. You would never survive there if you actually go there. There are no bushes to burn. But clearly, this person was pretty serious about like changing out this, and he's like, and they're pretty serious. Like, you need to be able to figure out how to distinguish between the spirits. See, Paul says that like one of the spiritual gifts is to be able to distinguish between the spirits, which like that dude has no idea what it means to it's a Levite. It's the chief priest. It's the head. It's Nicodemus. It's whatever his name is from Acts. Ananias is the guy from Acts, the one that Paul goes on trial before, the Sadducee. The reason you know that it's like an allegory is because like there's a stage called the whitewashing, and like he mentions that there's like a pejorative connotation, like there's like a negative connotation, like it's like interesting because like the stages, it's like is it the stages of Christianity, like is it the stage, is it the stages of the Bible, like I don't know. Clearly what happened here is the Levites, or they were the Sadducees. You can say they're the Pharisees. A Pharisee thinks the Messiah is coming back. These people are acting like they're Pharisees, and they are not. They were Sadducees, and they want to like scare the black people. And that's the real thing about like when all like such then will be the ascent of him of the blessed soul when all the Egyptians have been drowned and the Amalekite and all the black people are afraid of swimming. Like everyone knows black people are afraid of swimming. He's like, why are you afraid of swimming? Why do you think you're cursed? Because they added you to the curse. This guy Origen will never shut up about the curse of Canaan, which is a bloodline curse. Like, but for some reason, like someone added the black people in there. And they added it right before the prophecy. And passing through each of the different stages, that is, those many stages that are said to be with the Father, it will be increasingly enlightened as it passes from one to the other. It will always gain an increase of enlightenment until it grows accustomed to the true light himself, who lightens every man and can endure looking upon him and bear the splendor of his marvelous majesty. Like, think about the stages. Like, the enlightenment would be a stage. Like, this prophesies about the enlightenment. That's what I'd call it. But then the next section is talking about, like, the priest. Once again, we got to worry about Ananias. Let's read the very bottom. Before it arrives at perfection, I'm talking about after the brackets. Before it arrives at perfection, it dwells in the wilderness, where, of course, it is trained in the commandments of the Lord, and where its faith is tested by temptations. And when it conquers one temptation, its faith has been proved in it. It comes to another, and it passes, as it were, from one state to another. So when it proceeds through the different temptations of life and faith one by one, it is said to have stages in which increases in virtue are sought one by one. In this way there is fulfilled what is written, they will go from virtue to virtue until the soul arrives at its goal, namely the highest summit of virtues, and crosses the river of God and receives the heritage promised it. Like, I get to receive my heritage? That's what it feels like. I think that prophecy was so famous. Black people have no idea why they are the way they are. I think black people all know they're cursed. Oh, it's so stupid. Trust me, like, you're not cursed.